Mohammad Mokim. Now, former Union Minister Ashwini Kumar has now come out to question the Congress party's direction, saying that it appears to have lost the plot and lost the focus. He stressed that the party must pause and reflect on its own shortcomings rather than pointing fingers at others. He's also highlighted issues with the messaging under Rahul Gandhi's leadership, suggesting that while his intentions are sincere, the communication strategy seems to have faltered.
A party that chooses to accept a favorable verdict and form the government, like the Congress has in Himachal Pradesh and Karnataka and in Telangana, it loses its moral credibility when it questions the elections where it loses. You can't have it both ways. If you are truly convinced that elections are rigged, you are entitled to say so and say, we will not fight elections. But if you fight elections on the basis of the EVMs, and if your party gets selected and you form government, and then the next day when you lose you say EVMs are wrong, your entire basis of challenge gets diluted.
Now, there can be no effective political opposition in India without the Congress, he admits. But the former Union Minister is of the opinion that the party may have now lost the plot and it must now look inward for weaknesses rather than finding fault with its opponent, as Ashwini Kumar has been saying, as he underlined when it comes to the opposition strength in a democracy that actually rests with his ability to embrace complexity and critique what is wrong and applaud what is right, to walk the talk as far as the introspection comments are now coming in from the former cabinet minister. But in the meantime, speaking of Ashwini Kumar, he seems to have also fact-checked Rahul Gandhi's recent claims of vote chori, where he's questioned the Congress narrative, asking whether the party wants to accept wins while blaming rigging or losses. He made it clear that Congress cannot have it both ways, suggesting that the party's allegations over irregularities are being challenged. With this, the Congress's vote chori charge appears to be under serious scrutiny.
You know, one of the issues that's exercising the opposition today is their suspicion that elections are being stolen. Vote chori.
A party that chooses to accept a favorable verdict and form the government, like the Congress has in Himachal Pradesh and Karnataka and in Telangana, it loses its moral credibility when it questions the elections where it loses. You can't have it both ways. If you are truly convinced that elections are rigged, you are entitled to say so and say, we will not fight elections. We will not fight elections. But if you fight elections on the basis of the EVMs, and if your party gets selected and you form government, and then the next day when you lose you say EVMs are wrong, your entire basis of challenge gets diluted.
Well, Mohit is connected with us. Mohit, good morning. Now, this counselling is coming in from the former Union Minister himself, who has been a law minister once, and also saying that the party who believes if elections are rigged or manipulated, then they should actually stop taking part in the election process altogether. They cannot have a win-win situation on both sides.
Well, Amita, the timing of this particular statement of Ashwini Kumar is also very important. And tomorrow at Ramlila Maidan, there is a massive rally of the Congress party with the top leadership of Congress, including Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will be present, and they will be speaking against vote chori and the election commission. Now, Ashwini Kumar, who has been a former law minister, a very senior Congress leader, has come out and he has spoken about the issue that has been raised by Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party again and again, and that is about EVMs, vote chori. He says that if you accept the verdict and you form the government in the states like Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh and Telangana, where you have won the elections, and then when you lose the elections, you question the election commission, you question the credibility of the election, that is something which will not be accepted by the people on the ground, and there is no moral credibility of that. So that message is directly to Rahul Gandhi, given the fact that Rahul Gandhi has been saying this, that elections are rigged, vote chori is happening in the state of Bihar, Haryana, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and also they are planning a massive rally. So on one hand, if you form government in these states, which Ashwini Kumar also says, and then when you lose, you start blaming the EVMs or the election commission, then then you have no moral credibility. That is what he says. So whether his message will be taken in a positive manner by the Congress party, that remains to be seen. But you see, Amita, whenever such leader comes out and he speaks about the issues within the Congress party, they are being sidelined. They are being said that these are their personal opinions, that their point of view is not paid heed to, and this is a deja vu coming in from the Congress party. I was in Bihar, Amita. I spoke to Shakil Ahmed, a very senior Congress leader who resigned after the Bihar election, said that the party top high command is completely cut off from the reality on the ground. The state leadership has completely failed to reach out to the ground workers, and hence...
Well, this is not coming for the first time. Let's connect with Mr. Tom Vadakan of the BJP as well. Mr. Tom Vadakan, what do you have to say? Because this is not statements coming in from the BJP. This is coming in from the leadership who has once been part of the Congress, who have been part of the cabinet, and other parties as well. The allies of the Congress party who are reminding that it seems to be now losing the plot.
Well, the references to Ashwini Kumar, if I'm not mistaken, he was a law minister at one stage and a very close confidant of Tenjan Pat. And he's always been towing the party line and has been a very loyal soldier. Be what it may, but the point here is he is talking exactly of what the ground reality is. They have lost the plot and they are trying to be in a dreamland. I mean, it's an Alice in Wonderland situation that they are currently in without realizing that they've lost touch with the ground. So what Ashwini Kumar, I've known him for long, and he's talking about the ground reality. And that is the reality which, if you privately talk to any individual in the Congress party, they'll tell you the same. But publicly, many would restrain themselves. But now the reality is dawning very hard on them. So naturally, these reactions are spontaneous overflow of emotions connected with their loyalty, and they realize that their party has lost the plot.
All right. Mr. Tom Vadakan, thank you very much for joining in, saying that such has been the realization there. Remains to be seen if the party top brass does an introspection as far as series of electoral losses that the party had to face with the recent dismal performance that it had put up in the recently concluded Bihar elections. More reactions coming in from the BJP side saying the vote chori narrative of the Congress party now seems to have been punctured.
घुसपैठिया बचाओ यात्रा निकालने वाले राहुल गांधी की खुद की पार्टी, उनके नेता लगातार गांधी नेहरू खानदान के झूठ को, उनके भ्रम को, उनकी भय की आदत पैदा करने को एक्सपोज कर रहे हैं। जब जीत मिले तो चुनाव व्यवस्था ठीक और हार मिले तो ईवीएम, चुनाव योग सब ठीक। असल में राहुल जी आप आईना साफ कर रहे हैं। आईना नहीं, चेहरे पर जो कालक लगी है वो आईने में दिख रही है। आपके पाप पर जनता लगातार आपको सजा दे रही है।
मनोज यादव जी भी हमारे साथ फोन लाइन पे जुड़ गए हैं। मनोज यादव जी, ये कांग्रेस के भीतर से ही आवाजें उठ रही हैं सर, ये कह रही हैं कि बार बार अगर चुनाव हार जाते हैं तो ईवीएम के ऊपर सारा मत्था टेकना एक तरीके से गलत है और सीधे तौर पे अंदर से जानने की जरूरत है कि आखिरकार गलती और कहां पर हो रही है, किससे हो रही है, उससे पहले ठीक किया जाए।
देखिए, जिस दिन चूंकि कांग्रेस का अपना इंटरनल मैटर है, इस पे समाजवादी पार्टी को बोलने का कोई राइट नहीं बनता, लेकिन चूंकि हम सब पॉलिटिकल लोग हैं और जब इस तरह के कोई मुद्दे आते हैं तो हम सबको उस पर अपनी बात जरूर रखनी चाहिए। जिस दिन कांग्रेस के लोगों ने कांग्रेस से ही लड़ना बंद कर दिया, उस दिन बीजेपी इस देश में खत्म हो जाएगी। ये मेरी बड़ी बात है। जो ये इंटरनल लड़ाई चल रही है कांग्रेस में, कभी G21, कभी G20, कभी कौन, इस तरह की चीजें बीजेपी ही करवा रही है। बीजेपी अपने कांग्रेसी कुछ नेताओं को पहले तो कांटा डाल के अपने पाले में कर लिया, किसी को क्या बना दिया, किसी को मंत्री बना दिया, किसी को मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया, किसी को कैबिनेट मंत्री बना दिया, वो किया। इसके बाद अब कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं जो कांग्रेस के अंदर हैं तो, लेकिन वो इशारा राहुल गांधी जी का, प्रियंका गांधी जी का और खड़गे जी का नहीं सुनते हैं, वो इशारा अमित शाह जी का सुनते हैं।
तो क्या ये बनावटी बातें हैं? क्या ऐसा नहीं है कि बार बार कांग्रेस पार्टी चुनाव हारती भी जा रही है और ज्यादातर तो इस तरह से देखा जा रहा है कि कोई अलायंस पार्टनर अगर कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ होता है तो वो भी डूबती है, उसको भी साथ ले डूबते हैं।
देखिए, समाजवादी पार्टी उत्तर प्रदेश में अपने गठबंधन के दायरों को, नियमों को, कानूनों को मजबूती से समझती है और उस पर रखेगी भी। उसकी सफलता असफलता दोनों पे मुझे लगता है कि बहस की जा सकती है और उसमें सकारात्मक दृष्टिकोण से ही रिजल्ट देखने को मिलेंगे। लेकिन सबसे महत्वपूर्ण ये है कि बीजेपी के जो लोग हैं, जो कांग्रेसी लोगों को अपने वो कठपुतली की तरह उंगली में फंसा के नचाते हैं, इससे सबसे ज्यादा अगर होशियार रहने की जरूरत है तो राहुल गांधी जी को जरूरत है, क्योंकि उन्हीं की इमेज को डैमेज कर करके ये बीजेपी के हाथों में खेलने वाले लीडर्स हैं। ये बात मुझे अब किसी भी दायरे में ऐसी नहीं बैठती है जो सटीक ना हो। सारे पैमानों पे कसी जा चुकी है और ये बात बिल्कुल सत्य है कि कांग्रेस के अंदर भी एक आरएसएस जिंदा।
चलिए, धन्यवाद आपका मनोज यादव जी हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। Well, calling for introspection as far as the opposition and the allies of the Congress party believe that there are certain vested interests within the party, but the BJP now says the Congress has been exposed by its own.
Once again, the Congress party has been shown a mirror and a fact check has been given by former Union Minister Ashwini Kumar. This punctures Rahul Gandhi's vote chori narrative completely. The reason why they blame Election Commission is so that they can save themselves from the accountability. After losing 95 elections, the Congress does not want to do introspection. That it is the beta, not the data, that has defeated them in 95 elections. And instead of doing some kind of deliberation on the defeat, they are in delusion.
Well, this seems to be not one but multiple leaders from the Congress party who are holding senior positions within the Congress party are voicing their concern as to what direction that the party is now leading. As far as saying that the high command is not in touch, they want a leadership change, and there is a complete contrast when it comes to what the high command sees with its ideology, and as far as when it comes to the grassroots cadre, they seem to be disillusioned and directionless. Now, this is coming in from within the Congress party as far as these voices of concern that is now being raised. But speaking of the Congress party making an emphatic effort to position Rahul Gandhi as the leading contender for the Prime Minister of India, they've even heralded him as a Jan Nayak of contemporary Indian politics. However, election after election, a troubling reality seems to be emerging. Rahul Gandhi's lackluster track record seems to be prompting many within the Congress to question whether they are backing the right leader. Dissenting voices are now growing louder right from Bihar to Odisha, and this is a striking development coming in from a Congress member, Mohammad Mokim, who has sent shockwaves through the party, addressing a letter to Sonia Gandhi, emphasizing the widening chasm between leadership and the grassroots cadre. Mokim has pointed out that during his tenure as MLA, he struggled to secure a meeting with Rahul Gandhi for nearly 3 years. Now his message is urgent. The party is in a critical condition. The workers are disheartened, they are disillusioned, and they are directionless. He advocates for a shift in the leadership, calling for Priyanka Gandhi to take over.
श्री मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी बहुत वरिष्ठ नेता हैं, बट एज उनके फेवर में नहीं है। कि हमारे पास प्रियंका जी हैं और भी बहुत सारे युवा हैं जो सामने आके कांग्रेस पार्टी को और भी मजबूत करेंगे। कहीं ना कहीं लग रहा है कि लोग कांग्रेस को विश्वास में नहीं ले रहे हैं।
Now let's talk about the voices within. Now this is a former union minister, a veteran himself, who has raised the concern as far as where exactly does he believe that the Congress party is heading, saying that there is still time for the party to revive its fortunes.
A party that chooses to accept a favorable verdict and form the government, like the Congress has in Himachal Pradesh and Karnataka and in Telangana, it loses its moral credibility when it questions the elections where it loses. How you can't have it both ways. If you are truly convinced that elections are rigged, you are entitled to say so and say, we will not fight elections. But if you fight elections on the basis of the EVMs, and if your party gets selected and you form government, and then the next day when you lose, you say EVMs are wrong, your entire basis of challenge gets diluted.
Let's shift focus now